Good morning, everybody. So with today's video, I'm going to give you 10 damn good fragrances. So I'm getting my influence on with this video, including the last one that I filmed just before this one here. And the title, this was supposed to be a wow factor fragrance video, but I got my list wrong. But these are damn good fragrances. The first fragrance in this video has been making a lot of cameos as of late because it's just that damn good. So let's just talk about that one and get it out of the way because I want to give you guys something different. You're going to get niche, cheapies, and some designers as well. But first one is going to be Valentino Uomo 2021. So if you've been watching a lot of my content, you've probably noticed that this one has been making a lot of guest appearances. Because it really is that damn good. That's no drums, no nothing. Oh God, like I've had this for a little while now. And I thought, oh, it's a really good scent. But I started wearing it back in October. I'm like, wow, this is real, like this is better than I thought. This is in like my top 10s in my collection right now. And that's another video I could probably do. So top 10 fragrances that I'm really feeling. Because there's also another one in this video that I'm really feeling and it came out this year. You're going to get a lot of iris in this, which makes this waxy and powdery. There is cardamom, pepper, vetiver with a little bit of citrus. And as I stated in previous videos with this fragrance, that I do get a bit of a chocolatey, so a little bit of a cacao vibe with vanilla. This is just so damn good. This is a manners maketh man kind of guy. I am not exactly a true proper gentleman. I just ain't. I'm a little bit, I don't want to say I'm rough around the edges, but I gotta be honest. A lot of blue collar workers, which I am, and I'm kind of aware that I'm wearing a blue collar right now, but I work in public transit. We're not exactly known for being like proper gentlemen. Like we do cuss. A lot of us are overweight. Me included, but we just aren't. That's just the reality of it. There's going to be a few exceptions, but like 99% of us just aren't. But when I rock this, like when I wear this, I do feel a lot more gentlemanly. And longevity of this for an EDT, not bad, 8 to 9 hours. Next one is going to be luxury designer, but at an affordable price tag, and that's going to be Dunhill's Moroccan Amber. This stuff is actually really good. So if you're looking for a good amber fragrance that does not get a lot of mention, this is something that you might want to check out. So a lot of amber, but you're also going to get some oud, which is not really off-putting, leather, saffron, cardamom, ginger. So very spicy, very woody with some amber. And there's also going to be a little bit of hazelnut as well, which I get more from the atomizer than I do on skin. For the most part, it's just like a woody amber with spices. So, and in some ways, it's nothing new. But how it's done, it's just smooth. It's a wonderful fragrance. And the spices and maybe even the amber kind of remind me of like, is what would make me feel like when I'm going through like a Moroccan or a Middle Eastern bazaar. Number 3, this came out this year in 2024, and no, this is not one that I'm like top 10 that I'm currently loving, but this really is a damn good scent, and this is top 5 best releases of this year in my opinion. Viktor & Rolf Spice Bomb Dark Leather. So a lot of spices of cinnamon, black pepper, and nutmeg. You think that there would be some saffron, but there's not. There is this smoky, ambery frankincense, the black leather, so very dark, with tobacco. In some ways, I kind of feel like this is like Spice Bomb Extreme Leather. You know, because like you have Spice Bomb Extreme, but like this is just like extreme, like Spice Bomb Extreme, because you still have a lot of that intensity from the spices with extra leather and maybe a little bit of extra tobacco, because tobacco and leather, I think leather is just more faint in the original, but you definitely get the tobacco in that as well. This, a man's man type of fragrance. Super versatile in my opinion, and a lot of people do complain that this doesn't last on their skin. I get about like 8 to 10 hours in all honesty. Let's break it up and talk about a niche fragrance, alright? This one here, however, is very affordable, and that's going to be Atkinson's Oud Save the King. This is just a damn good scent, but it's a wonderful fragrance. It most certainly is. It's both classy but sexy. You're gonna get suede, orris, oud, which is really not all that prevalent. I would say more sandalwood with Earl Grey tea. And you do get this vanillic sort of feel. Orris, without question. Suede, not in your face. You know, I would say it's like kind of like riding in the middle. Let's say like a van, right? So in the front seat, driving is going to be that Orris and maybe the sandalwood. But there is this powdery undertone from the Orris. You get that creamy sandalwood, this vanilla that comes out of nowhere, but as well a little bit of that Earl Grey tea. Fantastic. Very unisex. So the name itself is misleading. Oud, save the king. You're expecting a lot of oud, and king is in the name, so you're expecting a man's man type of fragrance. No, this is actually very unisex, and in some ways leans more towards the ladies in my opinion, but a lot of guys can absolutely rock this. You just gotta be a gentleman. Next fragrance is actually, this one has been making a lot of videos as of late, and it's one that I'm like top 10 that I'm really digging right now. And new release came out this year in 2024. Givenchy Gentleman Society Extreme. This really is a damn good fragrance. And trust me, when I say damn good, it's no pun intended. It really ain't. But you get like this coffee, a lot of vetiver. You get orris, you get vanilla. There's a little bit of nutmeg and peppermint in the opening. This cedar and sandalwood. It's definitely vetiver and sandalwood with coffee, orris, and vanilla. It has this gourmand quality, and that orris does add a powdery undertone, adds this class to it. It's just a very classy fragrance. Suit and tie, sense of style, tuxedo, it's just super versatile, but for a manners maketh man kind of guy. Next one used to be pretty cheap. It's still affordable, but it's not as cheap as it used to because it got so much hype. I'm not one for the hype train, but this fragrance here really did deserve the hype. Mercedes-Benz Select Night. This really is a damn good scent. Really, really nice. You get a lot of guaiac wood, cedar, and sandalwood. Most certainly the vanilla with some lavender, cardamom, and apparently there is orange blossom, which I don't get. This is pretty much like a woody vanilla with a little bit of fresh lavender, but most certainly some spices. This does get comparisons to Tom Ford Noir Extreme, just without the price tag. Noir Extreme, beautiful fragrance. Smelled it many times, but this stuff here really is a great alternative. If you're looking to save like some money, like because you're spending for the quality, I'm sure it's been reformulated because it's Tom Ford, but you know, and I heard that a lot of the Tom Ford fragrances have been reformulated. But like you're also spending for the name itself. Tom Ford is a heavy name in the industry, right? It's kind of like Chanel. Love Chanel, but some of the fragrances are just not worth the price tag. This is a great alternative. So I don't know how much Noir Extreme would cost, but you're looking to spend about $50 to $70, $80 Canadian. So convert that, like it's like $40 to $65 USD, which is still great bang for your buck in my opinion. This is pretty long lasting. It pretty is. Like I get about 8 to 10 hours. It's a great going out scent, lounge date, and I do think that you can rock this to the club in all honesty. But as well, you could rock this with a suit and tie to like a nighttime function. It's very, very versatile. Let's go back to a niche, and this is actually quite affordable, but it's probably gonna be a little bit more money. You know, just shop around for the best deal, but I got a good deal for it, and I smelled this over 10 years ago. I was too immature to appreciate this fragrance, but I grew up just a little bit. But Montal Intense Cafe. This is a beautiful rose-based fragrance with a lot of coffee. There's also vanilla, there is white musk, and amber. But the main takeaways, coffee, rose, and I would say like the vanilla in the background, then it's gonna be like a musky, like woodiness. Just really classy, grown and sexy, very versatile, but more for the modern day John, the manners maketh man kind of guy. And damn good, and lasts forever and a day. This is 12 plus hours, so less is more. Okay, so I have given you guys a few cheapies, but in all honesty, not a lot. So let's really give you guys a great cheapie, $45 Canadian, $30 to $35 USD. Armaf Niche Oud. This is one of the best Armafs that I have ever smelled. It's classy, it's sexy, very gentlemanly though. There's a boatload of amber with vanilla, spices such as black pepper and caraway. There is most certainly going to be some iris, a little bit of leather, patchouli, and what is a little weird about this? Niche oud. Where's the oud? Where is the oud? There is no oud in it. And there ain't. Like when I smelled this, I'm like, okay, this is something I'm not going to like. But then when I smelled it, I'm like, oh my God, I love this. Like ever since I first smelled it, I was blown away. It's just a damn good fragrance with a lot of woods, amber, spices with vanilla. This most certainly is unisex. And it lasts a pretty decent long time for like a $40 fragrance, like 8 to 10 hours. And last but not least, let's finish it off with a niche. And I would say this is going to be the most expensive one in this list. This is a man's man type of fragrance, but like a gentleman type of man. Classic masculinity. Acqua di Parma Colognes Mira. This is the Eau de Cologne version. But for an EDC, this actually lasts pretty good. Like I get like 7 hours. Oh yeah, definitely a lot of amber with myrrh. The myrrh is very resinous, a little smoky. There is citrusy. So the citruses themselves add that typical Cologne DNA. You're gonna get some patchouli and a little bit of orange blossom in the opening. For the most part, it's just like an ambery citrus, woody. Super nice, super refined. This is for someone who has expensive taste, who's a little bougie, maybe a little snotty. I gotta admit. But for me, this is total like suit and tie tuxedo. And guys, that's it of my influencer video of 10 damn good fragrances. I know. Man, I've been getting my influencer tag, and here I am. I do complain about influencers, and here I am with the bullshit. I'm just trying to get a few extra AdSense money, you know, because it's Christmas. Christmas ain't cheap. But if you like the honesty with how I just admitted that this is an influencer type of video, but if you like that, but if you just like the list and the video overall, please leave me one of these. It does show YouTube and the algorithms that you like this type of content. Any reviews that I've done on any of these fragrances, they will all be in the description box below. If you want something like an actual review, please check these out. But what videos to watch next? Well, why don't you check out right here. And guys, I thank you for the time. Take care, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody.